Hello, darlings, and welcome to Care Off Book. It's me, Care Darling, and mama, let me tell you, where I'm living, it is hot.
It is hot out here.
I know, I'm just saying, it's hot too.
I know I may look cozy in this, but it is hot, so let's get to it. I don't know about you, but I'm so excited for Wicked Part 1, hitting theaters this November 22nd. Yes, it's just Part 1, but Part 2 will be here on November 21st, 2025. It was originally slated for Christmas 2025, but they bumped it up, and honestly, no complaints here. I do want to complain about it being 2 parts, though. Director John M. Chu said, "We decided to give ourselves a bigger canvas and make not just one Wicked movie, but 2. With more space, we can tell the story of Wicked as it was meant to be told, while bringing even more depth and surprise to the journeys for these beloved characters." So even though I do think that's true, I think we all know the real truth is that it would be more financially successful for it to be in 2 parts, because then we have to go to the movie theaters twice, and you know that the soundtrack, people will want to listen and relive those good old Wicked days. Like, I think about when Chicago came out and we were completely obsessed with, the music from the movie. Also Rent, that was another time in my life where it was like, we got to get the movie musical soundtrack. Which also means they're going to have part 1 soundtrack with all the songs. And then the second movie comes out and then you get the other songs. And then they're like, hey, you could purchase the bundle if you haven't already gotten the first one, and yada, yada, yada. So financially, I think they're just like...
Yes.
I feel 2 things. Part of me is like, I don't like this feeling of being taken advantage of as a fan to come in. And then the other side is like, duh, take my money.
Shut up and take my money.
Anyway, something interesting came up. Some fans are speculating whether Wicked is auto-tuned. I was confused at first, like, why would people think that? But then it hit me. I've been avoiding the trailers on purpose, so of course, I haven't even heard them singing yet. As far as the singing, I do remember when Ariana Grande's The Wicked leak came out, but that's like really distorted. And in the teaser trailer was Cynthia's, whoa, wow. In case you're wondering, why am I purposely not trying to watch the full trailers? It's because I visually want to see it in theaters and get excited. And I don't want to get myself looking at the trailers and being like, oh my gosh, they're going to put this in, this. It's like, I don't know, calm down. Let's just enjoy the ride once we get there. Also, does anyone else find it ridiculous when movie musicals don't actually promote themselves as musicals? We've seen this with Wonka, Mean Girls, and even Joker 2, which I saw recently. Please promote it as a musical. I don't understand why they do this. They say that people see musicals as cringe and yada yada, but there is an audience. There is an audience that wants to go and see things like Wicked and La La Land and Chicago. Like, there is a market for that audience. But it's like, okay, this is how I see trailers. If I saw a trailer for a movie and I thought, oh my gosh, this looks so funny, what a great comedy, and I walked in and it ends up being a gory horror film,
flames on the side of my face,
I would be so angry, because that's false advertising to what I thought I was going in to see, like a certain genre of movie. So stop doing that to those poor people who don't like musicals, and then they feel like they got suckered into it. I don't think that's okay.
Stop it. Get some help.
Now, about fans wondering if Wicked is autotune. It's all because of the singing snippets in the trailers, so I decided to skip watching and just listen. And I have thoughts. As I listened, I actually got emotional because I love this story so much, and hearing the singing only deepened my love for this musical. Cynthia sounds incredible, and when Ariana Grande sings Popular, you can really hear Glinda's voice shining through, not just Ariana's, which I'm totally here for. It seems ridiculous to even think about auto-tuning anyone in Wicked when they've got such strong performers. Both Cynthia and Ariana have theater backgrounds, so it makes total sense for them to take on these roles with the powerful voices needed to carry the show. There are so many clips of them singing live, and it's absolutely mesmerizing. No lie, even when Ariana messes up, it's phenomenal because her voice sounds so flawless and perfect. You forget that, no, that's actually her voice. And for some reason, it's like you make it up in your head like, no, that's a track behind her. I'm really loving Ariana's voice right now. I watched some of her recent live performances, and what I appreciate is that I can actually understand her lyrics. It's not just about her vocal range, it's the emotional depth she brings to her songs. When it comes to other characters in Wicked, the music doesn't always need to be vocally perfect. It could come across more like a singing conversation. Though to be fair, Fiyero does need some vocal chops, but with Jonathan Bailey in the role, I'm not worried at all. So, is Wicked auto-tuned? Cynthia and Ariana are singing live in the Wicked movie. Director John M. Chu confirmed that both actresses insisted on using live vocals instead of pre-recording. Chu initially had concerns like wind affecting their voices during those complex scenes, but the two of them were adamant. Grande even said, F the pre-records, we're going live.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live!
Cynthia also shared in interviews that she and Ariana discovered how beautifully their very different voices blended on set, a process Ariana called worming, which is so playful. Singing live really adds to the authenticity of their performances, especially for big numbers like Defying Gravity, where Cynthia had to sing while in a harness. This reminds me of how live vocals were used in Les Mis and A Star is Born, which only adds more intensity and emotion to performances. When watching the Vanity lie detector video with Cynthia and Ariana, this is actually what Cynthia had to say.
Have you ever oh, come on, we know the answer to this. Have you ever considered phoning it in and lip syncing?
Never.
Yeah, no.
It really upsets me. And I don't actually think I'm good at it. I can't convey what I want to convey if I'm lip syncing.
Of course not.
And I think it's a real skill. I just don't think I have it.
She's telling the truth.
That is a silly question. It's just silly. Moving on.
So why do fans feel that the movie might be auto-tuned when watching the trailer? Cynthia and Ariana did hit the studio to record for the Wicked movie soundtrack. While a lot of their singing was done live on set, it's pretty common for big musical films to also have studio recordings for the official soundtrack. Recording in a studio gives you those high-quality versions of the songs where things can be refined or adjusted, even if the film itself features live vocals. So even though we're getting those amazing live performances in the movie, they also did studio recordings to complement the project, which is typical for musical film adaptations. So again, I think the fans heard the trailer and it's the studio version, so it sounds very polished and clean. But based on what you may hear on the trailers is not the experience we're going to get when we see the movie. I don't know. That's my guess. I'm still excited. I'd love to know what you think. Did the singing sound auto-tuned to you, or did it sound just fine? I think it actually sounds fine. And again, I didn't watch the trailer. I only just listened to it. And when I heard some fans saying, oh no, it sounds auto-tuned, I was thinking like this kind of auto-tune. If you're someone that likes musicals, Disney, or other performances, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, even if you're a good witch or a bad witch. All right. Take care, darlings.